study how PDRM manage issue of reducing crime. Assalamualaikum. My name is Ain Arisa binti Amran and my matrix number is 2022601478. Today I'm going to explain to you about the first chapter, introduction. The Royal Police of Malaysia, RMP or PDRM in Malay language is Polis Diraja Malaysia. PDRM is Uniformed Nationals and Federals Police Force in Malaysia. So, moreover, this RMP is a centralized organization to endure crime in our country. This organization is so important in order to maintain peace and harmony. In short, major force can bring stability in society. So next, the constitutions control employment, recruitment, funding, disciplines, duties, and power of police force are specialized and governed by the Police Act 1967. Next, these are the example of crime such as murder, kidnapping, sexual assaults, and harassment. The cause of crime are very complex. Why people break the law? The first one is because of poverty. People cannot afford to live. The second one is parental problems like lacks of boundaries and substance abuse. The third one is neglect. The fourth one is get to addict to alcohol and also a drug abuse. Next, there is three issues that we can identify. The first one is economic deprivation in rampant. The second one, all Malaysian get impact of the increase in crime. The third one is become fraginates. So in conclusion, these issues of crime can make people feel anxious and can be the impact to the victim's family. These are index of violence crime. The data shows that the violence crime increasing a little from 2006 to 2009. My name is Emilia Amanda binti Roslan. My matric number is 2022625372. And I will talk about how PDRM managed to reduce crime rate in Malaysia. So firstly, they created an Amanita Squad. What is Amanita Squad? This is one of the projects under the National Blue Ocean Strategy and BOSS that aims the woman or housewife. How does Amanita Squad work? In every area, they will have a peace lady, which is a senior police officer with the rank of inspector, to organize and coordinate the participation of women in this security program. They will approach as housewives to gather any information, particularly about criminal information, and they will contact the appropriate department or section at the police station. Why they choose housewives? Because the group of mothers and housewives often spend their days at home, which is the ideal candidate to serve as the police eyes and ears. Next, go to safety point. This is also another project under the National Blue Ocean Strategy and BOSS that aims to improve community safety by fostering positive relationship and cooperation between the police and the community. This method gives members of the public or victims of the crime the chance to ask for rapid assistance when they need it at locations that have registered under the GSTP. They choose 7-Eleven, Petronas, Shell, BHP Petrol because they are open 24 hours. And the last one is crime prevention brochure. The PDRM disseminate flyers on crime committed in Malaysia. As a result, the public can call the designated hotline if they have any inquiries or concern. For example, bullying, rape, and cybercrime.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fatin Amiza binti Zulhairi. My matrix number is 2022647068. Today I want to explain about organizing. So as you guys can see, the concept of organizational structure is organizing begins after planning has been accomplished. Out of organizing, emerge an organization structure that shows the flow of interaction within the organization, such as who decides what, who report whom, who responds, and who perform that work. The organization structure will specify its division of work activities and shows how different functions of activities are linked, and also shows the work level of specialization of work activities. It will also indicate the organization's hierarchy and authority structure and shows its reporting structure. There are few elements engaged when managers change the structure in organization as work specialization, departmentalization, chain of command, span of control, centralization and decentralization, and lastly is formalization. Okay, so next is the definition of organizing. The definition of organizing is the way work is arranged and allocated among members of the organization so that the goals of the organization can be effectively achieved. In addition, organizing is process assuring that there are physical and human resources to carry out the plan and attain organization goals. Organizing can be defined as the process of assigning duties and responsibilities, grouping of the tasks on some rational basis, establishing the line of authority, and allowing resources to carry out the organizational plans. PDRM will be able to arrange work and allocate among members of the organization so the goals can be achieved efficiently and effectively. So as you guys can see, this is an example of organizational structure in PDRM. So I got the four importance of organizing in PDRM. So the first one is distribute workload. PDRM will be able to distribute workload all to all PDRM members so they can move toward achieving goals together. The second one is improve skill. All departments will be able to improve their skill of organization members as they carry out specialized activities. The third one is PDRM can assure the use of organization resources efficiently or the way they want to arrange their resources. And lastly, PDRM can encourage cooperation among organization members because everybody has their own roles to attain the organization goals. So, to the next one is the department that involved to help reduce crime cases in Malaysia, which is a criminal investigation department. The vision of this department is to be leading department in the investigation of commercial and cybercrime based on professionalism and standards according to world-class policing toward the department's excellence. The objective of this department is address all forms of commercial crime and be sensitive to environmental changes that may create new forms of commercial crime. The next objective is speeding up investigation and producing high-quality investigation for the purpose of prosecuting offenders in court and being prosecuted under preventive laws. Other than that is ensuring the transparency of investigation while optimally utilizing all specialized human resource expertise. The function of this department is arresting, investigation, and prosecuting white-collar criminals who commit fraud, criminal breach of trust, cybercrime, forgery, and others, whether the activities are carried out by individuals or syndicates. The next department is a special branch department. The vision of this department is to be a competent, respected, and integrity intelligence agency in dealing with national security threats. The objective of this department is the special branch is responsible for collecting and processing security intelligence to preserve law and order and maintain the peace and security of Malaysia. The main function of the special branch is as provided under Section 3, Subsection 3 and Section 20, Subsection 3 of the Police Act 1967. Officers and members of the special branch also have police power as stipulated in the laws of his country.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Abidah binti Abu Bakar. My matrix number is 2022492332 and I'm going to talk about decision making. What is decision making? Decision making is crucial to create an orderly and proper management. It is also a kind of action that intentionally selected from a variety of alternatives to achieve organizational or management goals and targets. Decision-making is also a process of identifying and selecting a course of action or alternatives to solve a specific problem. In making decision, there must be two or more alternatives and all organizational members to make decision. In the effort of making decision, a public manager evaluates the alternative and make a summary from the list of alternatives. It's the importance of decision making and what do we gain from this? By making decision, we got to evaluate managerial performances, and it is also a formulation of plans and policies. This is also a determination of either to win or lose, as it involves commitment to an action and making it happen. Two types of decision making, which is program decision and non-program decision. Program decision is used to address structured problems, which is straightforward, familiar, and easily defined. This can minimize the need for managers to use discretion and facilitate organizational efficiency. While non-program decision is used to address poorly structured problems, which is new, unusual problems for which information is ambiguous or incomplete. The nature of the problem that occurs is unstructured and something different. It also requires higher level management participation. Decision-making is essential in order for PDRM to find solutions for the crime that is increasing rapidly nowadays. By making the right decision, PDRM will be able to overcome the problem professionally and strictly. In order to overcome this, there must be a preventive measure such as monitoring by the PDRM authorities and placing CCTV in a place that has high rate of crime. Other than that, PDRM has also collaborated with military to reduce the crime rate. The military also conducts cooperative patrols with the police, which is called Rondaan Awam Polis Diraja Malaysia and Angkatan Tentera Malaysia 1 Malaysia, in strengthening safety and security in high crime zone as well as residential areas. The DRM principle in handling these cases is by proceed methodically and carefully. The types of decision making used by the PDRM is non-program decision, because this organization always had to deal with unusual or exceptional problems and non-recurring situations. The condition of decision-making undertaken by the PDRM has lots of risks because they do not know exactly the outcome. For example, the Special Actions Unit, commonly known as and abbreviated to UTK, is a tactical unit of the Royal Malaysian Police (PDRM). The UTK performs as a high-level national tactical unit, providing 24-hour close protection to high-ranking government executives as well as their partners. Additionally, undercover and covert missions are also conducted by the unit's members. UTK operators are especially trained to intervene in high-risk situations, such as hostage and barricade situations, by hostile forces, especially highly trained terrorists or criminals. UTK is the earliest and most experienced unit in dealing with international terrorist organizations inside and outside Malaysia.
Hi, my name is Nur Farah Syuhada binti Muhammad Rusli. My matrix number is 20 224588816, I will present about 3.4, which is controlling. Controlling 3.4.1 Organizational Control Royal Police Malaysia PDRM 3.4.2 Reducing Overall Reported Index Crime 3.4.3 The steps taken by PDRM to reduce crime. 3.4.1 Organizational Control Royal Police Malaysia PDRM Controlling a crime is the attempt to reduce and deter the crime and criminals. It is applied specifically to efforts made by governments to reduce crime, enforce the law, and maintain criminal justice. The importance of PDRM to control to reduce the crime rate in Malaysia, to decentralization of authority, and to discover irregularities and error. 3.4.3 The steps taken by PDRM to reduce the crime. First, installing CCTVs. 496 CCTVs were approved in principle for installation across Malaysia, of which 288 will be installed in Johor, Selangor, and Penang by April 2022. 59 existing CCTVs and 23 newly installed ones were linked to the PDRM in Kuala Lumpur. 100 more are to be installed and linked by June 2022. Second, Omnipresence Lounge, which is high-profile policing, involves senior police officers, ranked inspector and above, participating in walkabouts in commercial areas, streets, and residential areas. Their presence will help reassure the rakyat about the commitment of the PDRM seniors leadership to tackle crime. Participation in desk patrols may also be considered in senior officers' performance appraisal. For example, Unit Rondaan Bermotorsikal URV and Mobile Patrol Vehicle MPV. Other than that, PDRM also using stakeouts to monitor for motorcycle, car, and home burglaries. These stakeouts are intended to help the police catch criminals in the act and eventually dismantle the networks or gangs that profit from these crimes. Stakeouts, for instance, have proven successful in many nations. Similar strategies are used by 57% of police forces in the UK to lessen auto theft. In addition, enhancing the security features on motorcycles, automobiles, and homes. These programs are designed to encourage a sense of shared accountability among property owners so that they take the necessary precautions to keep their possessions safe from theft. Promoting unique locks, U-locks, for motorcycle is one of the initiatives which was successfully carried out in Japan. The last one, improve operational efficiency of the courts by expanding the court recording and the transcription system. The trial notes can be swiftly approved by judge and then sent to the attorneys, saving time and hastening the conclusion of the case. Also, police could rely on preventive laws, for instance, Prevention of Crime Act and Prevention of Terrorism Act. 3.4.2 Reducing Overall Reported Index Crime. As we can see at the pie chart, figure 6.5, motorcycle thefts, house break-ins, and car thefts collectively contribute to approximately 70% of all reported property theft crimes and 56% of all index crime. Targeted actions to reduce these three types of crime, complemented by other comprehensive initiatives, are expected to reduce overall index crime by at least 5% by the end of 2022. We have shortlisted 6 initiatives to contribute towards this target.
In the conclusion, we can conclude that PDRM is a very serious and professionals in handling this case. PDRM also managed to collaborate with other organizations that able to help them to reduce the crime in Malaysia, such as Narcotics Investigation Department and Malaysia Crime Prevention Foundation. Next, PDRM is collaborating with this organization is to help them to trace the crime and prevent it from running rampant in our country. The citizens of Malaysia also play important part in reducing and helping the PDRM to allocate the crime in the country. Thank you.